There are 5 things that I wish I knew before I became an artist. In today's video, you guys, we're gonna get into the tea. So let's get into it, shall we? Just in case you guys are new around here. Hey, what's poppin', and welcome to the family. My name is Danielle. I'm the artist behind Creative Girl of Color. And welcome back. Or welcome, period. If you like art tutorials, art podcasts, all the things, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell for all notifications so you don't miss a thing. So, tip 1. All the things that I wish I knew when I first became an artist. I wish somebody told me about the ugly stage. There's a certain stage in the painting where it becomes super duper ugly and muddy and streaky, especially depending on what type of medium you use. And during that process, oh my God, you guys, you can become so kind of like disillusioned. And you know, for me, I felt like during that middle process, this is when a lot of people kind of quit in between that, because you start to feel like the painting is not going right. It's looking so crazy. And people don't know, if you kind of push through it, you can definitely see the other side of it and be able to do something else later on. And I didn't even realize that in the beginning, and I would get to that middle stage, and a lot of times people don't want to tell you, okay, keep going, or it's not looking that great right now, but it will look great if you keep pushing and keep just chugging along, okay? Like the little chug. It's like the little truck and the little train that could, okay? So yeah, you know, definitely keep trying, keep going. Don't get discouraged, because the moment you get discouraged, that's the moment you lose. You never lose if you keep trying. So keep pushing through that ugly stage, and when you get to the other side and it looks dope and you get all them likes on Instagram, you'll be like, ew, I did what I had to do. Boom. Tip 3. Getting back to the basics. I really wish somebody told me in the beginning, like, what I should be doing, the whole 9 yards. I didn't know. Like, I really wanted to just jump into portraiture and just paint my life away and emulate some of the big stars, emulate some of the big like artists that I see on Instagram, and some of the artists that I admire around the world. And yeah, I had no idea that I should actually be studying something to actually learn how to do these things. Because when I began, I started to realize that I had no idea where to even begin. I had no idea how to do perspective, how to do, how close the eyes should be. I tended, and I'm gonna pop some like examples of some of my first kind of embarrassing arts. But I mean, everybody learns from somewhere, right? So pop. And I used to make the nose too long. I used to make the neck too long. I used to make everything like kind of out of proportion. And it's not because, you know, that was my style, or, you know, I just didn't care. I just didn't know. So getting back to the basics is a very important part, I feel, to kind of learning your art, learning your craft, especially when it comes to portraits, because I wanted to really become a portrait artist. So I think it was really important for me to learn that. And let me tell you something. Once I learned how to do color theory and all of these different things, it changed my world, you guys. Number 3, you need to have a tough skin as you flow through your journey, because you're gonna get rejected lots of times, you guys, okay? It's gonna be like, oh, you like my artwork? Do you love it? Do you love it? And then the next thing you know, they're gonna be like, no, that's ugly. I don't like it. It's super ugly. It's like, my mommy wouldn't like it. And then, you know, as you start to progress through your journey, you may end up, and you may get to the point where you start taking commissions and doing different things. And people are not always gonna like you. They're not gonna like you. They're not gonna like your artwork. You may even get a client who doesn't like what you did to their portrait, or their mom, especially when it comes to portraits. That's a hard thing to kind of go into as you get through your journey into commissions. So try to have a thick skin, you know, get some therapy if you need it. Hopefully you have a good support system or a nice friend. So yeah, try to have a thick skin, you guys. You're gonna get a lot of rejection, but if you speed ahead, you stay steadfast in your journey and your vision and what you trying to do in your lifetime and with your career, you will definitely get where you want to go as an artist, as a person, and continue to grow as long as you keep your head on straight and hopefully have somebody on the sidelines to kind of keep you flowing as you flow through your journey. Tip 4. Being an artist is not just about like art and fun and watercolors and all the ethereal things that you could possibly feel when it comes to being an artist. It's also, you got to know how to be a business. It's a business, man, right? You got to know how to be the business. You got to have some entrepreneurial skills. When I first became an artist, I didn't know that. It's like ma'am. Okay, so that was something that I had to figure out over time, that it's about, you have to know the business aspect of being an artist, right? And that's commissions and taxes and sales tax and knowing to get a contract when you're doing commissions and knowing to get 50% down when you're doing your commissions. So a lot of things, I would say, make sure that whenever you go into this, you got to look at it as a business, especially if you want to try to do this professionally. You want to really go into it with your eyes wide open and your mind open and do your research so that you don't get caught up, you guys, in a bad situation, because it can happen. Number 5, networking, you guys. Networking is a big component of your art business. It is going to be the bread and butter that flows you through all of the avenues of your art journey. It's going to get you all the commissions, all the referrals, you know, and a lot of people don't know that the art business is a very small business, right? So if you get a bad reputation, whether with your artist friends or the art community, it can be detrimental to your business. So networking, a lot of times, I know when I was little, my mom was like, oh, you need to network. You need to network. I used to be like, what? What do I need to network for? For what? You know what I'm saying? But networking is a very big component of your business. It gets you all of those connections, those little nuances, those little connections that you like, well, how did that person, you ever wonder, like you see like somebody that you feel like, oh, they don't have as much talent as me, or they're not as good as me. So you ever see those people that you're like, oh my God, how did they get this stuff? Like you like think to yourself, you like, oh my God, how did this person get this commission? How did this person meet this person? How did this person end up on this TV show or end up like, you know, painting for the stars? You know how? Because they networked. Ah. Network. So networking is very, very important as you flow through, because you're a business. You're the business, you're the brand, so you need to conduct yourself as such. And the way you would react to certain things, you can't normally react to those same things as you enter into your art journey, especially if you're going to handle it as a business. Okay? And yeah, you guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. It was such a blast. I hope you got lots of value. Go ahead and comment below and let me know how you feel. Don't forget to hit the like button because it helps me out in the algorithm. Share it to your mama, your sister, your brother, and all the people. And let me know how you feel, okay, about it. And go ahead and share your tips below also, because you can definitely help somebody. And it reinforces tip number 5 to network. And I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.
Show me a good time. I don't need promises, honestly, no big deal. As long as you can show me a good time, I don't care.